Very good morning. Welcome to my class. Today we are going to discuss about the types of simulation with respect to output analysis and stochastic nature of output data. So this is under module 4, an estimation of absolute performance. So in this we are going to see the simulation regard to the output analysis. So in this we already know that simulation will be giving a result which is inaccurate, and this output may leads to misleading. So we need to see what are the types of simulation with respect to output analysis and stochastic nature of output data. It's nothing but a probabilistic one, and we need to know what is stochastic process or random process. It is a collection of random variables ordered by an index set. So that we'll see one by one. So output analysis for a single model. Output analysis is the examination of data generated by the simulation. So how we can get the output or outcome from the simulation, in the sense. In this regard, we came across so many modeling techniques like mathematical model, physical model, and bond graph based method. So many modeling techniques we came across. So whatever the models we can apply, the simulation output will be very difficult to interpret. So this statistical analysis is based on the observation that the output data from a simulation, this exhibits random variability and performance of two or more alternative system designs. So in this, when random numbers generators are used to produce the values of input variables, that it's nothing but two different streams, or we can say sequences of random numbers, this will produce two sets of outputs. Probably it will differ, and we are using the estimator called theta to measure the parameter. So we'll see one example, like random variables like x0, x1 and x2 form a stochastic process ordered by the discrete index. We already know that this process is a collection of random variable. This is ordered by the index set. So 0, 1, 2, and notation will be the same thing. So stochastic process with continuous index set will be the condition t greater than or equals to 0. The convention is always infinite one only in this stochastic process. So the range, or we can say the possible values of the random variables in a stochastic process, this is called the state space of the process, we can say, and in this we can consider both the discrete and continuous state process. So further example we'll discuss, and two types of simulation we'll see. One is terminating simulation, and another one is steady state simulation, or we can say the order steady state simulation or non-terminating simulation. So termination is nothing but a ceased one. So termination is nothing but, for example, if for example there are so many runs for some duration, we do have some kind of duration in that particular point of time only the process will be happening. Like for example, when bank will opens from 9 to 4 p.m, so in particular time we have the people's like customers and tellers will be there over the entire day. So this includes the effect of starting up or of closing down at the end of the day. So in between them, only the interaction between the tellers and customers matters a lot, and we need to know the initial condition. First of all, the starting time is t equals to 0, and this is the initial opening time, and closing at you can give any kind of minutes like 480 minutes or 350 minutes. So based on the duration process only the process will work. So a terminating simulation is one that runs for some duration of time, where E is a specified event that stops the simulation. Such a simulated system opens at time 0 under well specified initial conditions and closes at the stopping time te. So here is an example they have given. As I already discussed, the Shady Grove Bank opens at 8:30 a.m. So this is we can say time 0. There are no other customers present, and 8 of the 11 tellers working under the initial conditions, and closes at 4:30 p.m. So in between that particular time, we can come to know what is the arrival time and what is the service time, all the things which is based on the interaction between the customers and the tellers. So here the event is merely the fact that the bank has been open for 480 minutes, and the analyst is interested in modeling the interaction between the customers and tellers over the entire day. So this includes the effect of starting up and of closing down at the end of the day. So now we'll see the non-terminating simulation. So non-termination is nothing but the other name we can say steady state simulation. So a non-terminating simulation is a system that runs continuously or at least over a very long period of time. So in this we can give a real-time example called water dam, or behind the water dam there is a there is any direction we can see, like how the water is flowing behind the dam. And this is a continuous and very long process when compared to the terminating simulation. So we can say, for the very good example for terminating simulation is a bank, and for non-terminating we can say it is a water dam. So this runs continuously. Examples we can say, like shutdown infrequently, or ICUs in hospitals, and continuous production systems of many different types, and telephone systems, and other communication system like internet, hospital emergency rooms we can say, police dispatching and patrolling operations, fire departments, and continuously operating computer networks. These and all we can say as a real-time example for the non-terminating simulation. So here we can set a time called 0 under initial conditions, and there is no any other stopping condition because it is a non-termination. This was defined by the analyst and runs for some analyst specified period of time. So they have been set depend upon the process based. And so the steady state simulation is a simulation whose objective is to study long run, or we can say behavior of a non-terminating system. So we can derive the statements about how a process will behave from the stochastic process model. This records how a process actually did behave in one instance, like sample pods are generated by executing algorithm simulation with specific seeds or streams for the pseudo-random number generator. So like pseudo-random number generator in the sense, we already came across how pseudo-random number generators will produce, and what are the problems while facing generating these numbers, or what are the problems we can come across. Everything we saw, and this can be classified on the basis of nature of parameter space and state space. So stochastic nature of output data next. So this is generated for a given input data. So we already know that the transformation technique and all. First of all, before giving these input variables to the output, we do have a raw data. So and afterwards we are going to transform the input variables to the performance of measure of simulation, and afterwards we can transform to the output data. So essentially a model is an input or output transformation. So this transformation technique is very helpful for all the things, and since the input variables are random variables, the output variables are random variables as well, like a probabilistic one. So we have example called Abel and Baker. So there is a single, instead of single run of simulation, 4 runs were conducted. So in that we'll get a single outcome in that 4 runs. There are 2 general questions we have to address by the statistical analysis of the observed utilization. One is point estimate, and then another one is either in a standard error or the confidential error. So this is the interval estimate we can say. So these 2 estimates are in the observations. Every time frequently observation will be there in counts. So these are the 2 estimation products. So measure of performance and their estimation. So this is a point estimation, and this is actually a discrete based estimation. We need to consider a set of output values for the same measure. Example, delays on different runs or waiting times of n different runs. We have a point estimate to approximate the value of interval estimate to outline the range. So like point estimation formula, we can go to 1 by n summation equal to 1 to n by I. So this is the discrete distribution based formula. This is based on data they have given, and E of theta is equal to theta plus B. We can see in this there is a drifting, or we can say bias in this process. So this is a measure of performance under estimation. Thank you.